Hey, I'm Umbreon Libris, and this is day 8 of my Pokemon Violet Adventure Journal. Having now unlocked all of Miraidon's Explore abilities, I went all the way back to the beginning. I took a cab to my house, had a little rest, and then immediately started exploring the cliffs and then the waters behind the house. There were a few items here and there and some Pokemon that I hadn't caught yet in the water, but nothing too... Holy shit, a dolphin Pokemon. First a Dunsparce evolution, and now a dolphin Pokemon? And it really is a classic dolphin Pokemon design. It looks like the vast majority of dolphin Fakemon that I've seen over the years. It's really cute, and I'm excited to see what it might evolve into. I named mine Finally. It's a combination of Fin because it's a dolphin and Ally because it's your friend, and it has no other meanings whatsoever. So I went all around the beaches in that area, I explored the Inlet Grotto and Poco Path, and you remember how I said I was not going to go to the lighthouse? Well, I did not go to the lighthouse, but apparently this ledge is close enough. I didn't want to do this yet, but the cutscene triggered on its own and I had no way out of it. Everything that Turo was telling us was clearly endgame stuff that I was neither prepared for nor interested in taking care of at this time. Side note, why is it that everyone seems to keep their magazines with each issue on a different shelf? This makes no sense. Keep all of the issues of the magazine together, it'll be much easier to find. Anyway, Arvin challenged me to a battle to make sure that we were prepared to go into the crater, and obviously I was not. His level 58 Greedent took out my entire team on its own. I didn't even see Mabustiff in battle, but it was nice seeing it walking around and looking healthy. So I went back to exploring and ignoring Arvin. After all, I still have like at least 2/3 of the game to get through before I'm ready for this, and it'll be nice interacting with other characters for a change. I pretty much focused all of my exploration in the area between my house and Poco Path and Mesagosa. In the process, I found 3 mysterious stakes stuck into the ground. I'd already seen at least one of them before, but it was in a place where I couldn't reach yet. They clearly have something to do with this thing on the rock face, and it seems that by pulling them out of the ground, I am also slowly unsealing the ruinous tablets. That doesn't sound like it's a good thing, but it sounds like something I want to do. I also did my first online raid with strangers. There was a Varoom with water Terra type, and I hadn't actually caught a Varoom yet, so I went for it. And in the battle, I saw Pomo's evolution. I didn't get to see what its name was, but you know how people criticize other monster catching games when their monsters evolve by just becoming the same but bigger, and how that's kind of missing the Pokemon magic? The whole Pomi family is the same but bigger. This is probably one of the worst family progressions in Pokemon, but at least they're cute. The final evolution is just a bigger Pomi, but I like Pomi, so I guess it gets a pass. I also noticed something unusual when I was scrolling through my Pokedex. There were a few Pokemon that showed up that I have not actually seen. Knacklestack's evolution stood out. Garganackle, I've only seen the icon, but I do really like it, so I'm excited for my Knacklestack to evolve. There was also Toedscruel, and technically Mabustiff is another one that I have not seen in battle. And in the meantime, Pokemon that I have been in battle with, like Toedscruel and the evolutions of Quaxly and Pomo, were missing. At least the evolutions of Quaxly and Pomo I only encountered in online raid battles, so maybe those don't count. But Toedscruel I was definitely in a battle with, since Arvin used one in one of the Titan battles. Eventually I felt like I'd explored this whole area about as much as I wanted to, so it was time to move on. And I decided that it was time for me to take on some classes. I asked some trusted friends whether classes were worth taking, and they assured me that there are things worth learning, especially in the later classes. So I took every level 1 and level 2 class that I had available. They were mostly pretty boring, but at least the biology class told me about eggs showing up in the picnic baskets, and the history class told me some interesting bits of lore. I know there will be more classes, but this was all that I had available for now. I don't know what I need to do to unlock more, so I guess I'll just have to come back here a little bit later. Finally, I went exploring on the rooftops of Mesagosa. I'm sure the residents and business owners had no problem with me basically riding a motorcycle on their heads. I was just looking for items and things like that were on the rooftops, but I accidentally found the way to the Pokemon League. I'm sure it was always there, but I guess I hadn't come to this particular corner of the city yet. I decided to go check it out, and I was afraid this was going to be a sort of victory road, but The Pokemon here were pretty weak. Lots of Tentamouse though, really making me regret the 2 days that it took me to find one. The first trainer was a beginner, but the second trainer demolished my team with his first Pokemon, just like Arvin did. Okay, I'm really not supposed to be here yet. And that's all for today. I really spent a lot of time just exploring and battling Pokemon and looking for items lying around. It'll probably be more of the same tomorrow, but I plan to start making my way towards the first Team Starbase. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next chapter.